a really cool article on WCCFtech.com about the title is Final Fantasy VII Remake PlayStation 5 is more substantial than a resolution increase, also coming to PC rumor. Now, I want to give a quick shout out to @ChrisRighteous on Twitter for tagging me in this. Appreciate you. So we're going to dive right into it. So everybody's talking about February 13th, the orchestral concert, the big announcement that Toriyama was talking about. I believe it was yesterday or the day before. Did a video on that. If you haven't checked it out, go check that out. We speculate a little bit on what's happening. But basically, I'm just going to read the article. I would pop the article up on screen, but this website has tons and tons and tons of ads on it. And I don't want to bomb the video with all the ads on here, so I'm just going to read it to you all. But you can go to the website, or you can check the link on my Twitter if you want to check out. Or I'll put a link in the description of this video if you want to go read the article for yourself. But it says the Final Fantasy VII Remake PlayStation 5 version is going to be a substantial upgrade, featuring new story content as well, according to a reliable source. Now, quick break. We have heard that, all right? We've talked about that before already. That's nothing new. That's something they've been talking, that has been in the rumor mill for a few months now. On the Reset ERA forums, Navtra, N-A-V-T-R-A, who correctly revealed information about the Final Fantasy series in the past few months, revealed that the PlayStation 5 version of the role-playing game, developed by Square Enix, will be a more substantial upgrade than a simple resolution increase. And it will also feature new story content. This new version of the game is also coming to PC, but apparently not on Xbox Series X and S. So that's interesting. I think we all just kind of assumed it would be on Xbox, but here's the thing. If it's coming to PC, it's going to be on Game Pass. If there's not like an official, physical release, I mean, I don't know how that's going to work, right? I don't know how that's, so Steam, PC, Steam. Absolutely, it's going to be on Steam, right? But could it be on Game Pass? I don't see them leaving Microsoft out on this. I don't see them leaving Xbox out on this, but they could. We don't know. So let's keep reading. Here's what I last heard though. It's releasing for PS5, PC, no Xbox, and it's a bit more substantial than a resolution increase. There's new story content. Navtra seems to know more about the new version of the game, but he chose not to divulge more since what he knows may be outdated. That makes sense. But that also makes me want to proceed with caution, okay? So I'm just reading verbatim what it says here. The timing is, it says, the thing is, the port was supposed to be announced in the Future of Gaming event alongside Athia 16 and Avengers Spider-Man. Those announcements were spread out in the past few months, and only this port remains of what this person had heard. 8 months have passed. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time reading the font on this website. 8 months have passed, though, and there's the possibility my information might be outdated by now. That's why I chose not to talk much about the content of the port and just confirm its existence. I guess there's also the possibility it might have been canceled, but I highly doubt that's the case. Okay, so I'm looking at this from two perspectives, right? Okay. My hype perspective, okay? I want to believe this. I want to believe it's coming, right? And I respect them for not wanting to spoil all the story content because it could be outdated. The information they have could be outdated. But then they throw that line in there that says, or it could be canceled, but I don't think that's the case. That leans me into the other side of this, right? That makes me think, that sounds like somebody who could be making something up to cover their tracks, right? I'm not saying that's the case. I hope that's not the case. And I really don't believe that's the case. But I have to look at this objectively, right? I can't just... That's my son running around. If you hear those thumps in my videos, that's my son running around. I have to look at it objectively. I have to call a spade. I believe we're getting something at the orchestral concert. Whether it's all of this, I don't know. I hope so. That's been the rumor for a while, and I don't know if this is the person that started that rumor. But right now, it's just a rumor, right? I'm not going to temper expectations because I want to be hype as hell for this. I want to watch that concert. I want to see the announcement. I want to do all that kind of good stuff. But I'm also, when they say stuff like You know, it could be canceled, but I don't think it is. That could be where they're really coming from, but it sounds like somebody dragging tracks over the snow to cover their tracks. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's all I want to say on that. We'll get back to the story here. It says, while Square Enix has yet to announce this new version of the game, it is quite likely we will hear more about it very soon. As yesterday, co-director Motomo Toriyama, which we talked about, confirmed that new announcements will be made during the Final Fantasy VII Remake Orchestral World Tour concert this weekend. Final Fantasy VII Remake is now available on PlayStation 4 worldwide. We will keep you updated on the new version of the game as soon as more come in on it. Stay tuned for the latest. Okay, so cool. So basically, what we're looking at is they're confirming the possibility of this big edition, right? Definitive edition. I mean, if it's going to have a lot of stuff, it did win Game of the Year awards. You could release the Game of the Year edition, right? You could release the Game of the Year edition. I believe that's probably what we're going to get, because I feel like if there is DLC with this, I think that's all of the DLC we're getting, right? Because they're really working hard on game number 2, whether it's called Remake 2 or what, we don't know. But the first game was called Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's what they're calling it in this, because it's just talking about that game. It's not talking about the sequel or anything. And they said it was going to be a Final Fantasy VII Remake special thing that we don't want to miss, right? Exclusive to the concert event. Now, in recent months, when they're talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake game number 2, they don't call it Remake 2, right? They say the continuation of Final Fantasy VII, or the ever-evolving world of Final Fantasy VII. I think that was Kitase's words. They're not calling it Remake. So if they say they have a Final Fantasy VII Remake special thing you need to watch, it's going to be pertaining to that first game, which, like, I've been in marketing, I've been in media marketing, I've been in, like, business marketing. It's all about words and how you say things, right? So if they're getting directives to not call the next game Remake whatever, then if they say Final Fantasy VII Remake, it's going to be pertaining to that first game, which leads me to believe more than anything, right? From a marketing standpoint, I think it's going to have something to do with a beefed up version of Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think it's going to be 4K, 60 FPS, PS5 version, Steam version, which makes sense because you could easily port that over to Steam, right? That version of the game. You'll be limited by whatever hardware you have on your PC. If you're running a Mac like me, Steam doesn't even work, so I'd have to get a PS5 and play the version. So I'm excited for this. This article was cool. It confirmed some stuff that we've already been hearing rumors about for a few months. The DLC, the rumored Tifa mission, which I don't know. That's all speculation. I don't know where that started. That's why I haven't reported or talked about that a whole lot here on the channel, the Tifa mission thing, because I don't know where that started. I haven't seen anything official, like, person or anything, like this Navdra person. I haven't seen anybody like that mention this. I've just seen a bunch of fans online talking about it, which that's cool, but I don't know how much credence that has. So, I mean, we'll see. But I think definitely new missions are needed, something to add to the game. But here's the thing. With new missions, I mean, do you have to replay the game to insert that stuff? Because you've left Midgar. They're leaving Midgar. They're gone. So it wouldn't make sense for you to come back into Midgar and do a mission, right? That wouldn't make sense. So, or are we going to get, like, fill in the blanks kind of stuff, right? I mean, that would make the most sense. But then you run into the issue, for me personally, it's like it doesn't hold weight, because anything you get on those missions, it would all have to be story and character driven DLC, because at this point, anything you do, like, a lot of DLCs will be like, now you're going to unlock this weapon to use in the game, or you're going to unlock, this new, whatever, I mean, I don't know how they're going to handle whatever DLC they have. If it's fill in the blanks DLC, I hope that you can play all of it included on a new playthrough, so that if you get anything in that DLC, like things to help you, weapons, materia, even costumes, whatever, you can use that for the rest of your playthrough. Do you see what I'm saying? Because it doesn't make sense to just, oh, we're going to run back into Midgard, do this extra mission. Oh, you can't get back in now. You're out. You're gone. You know? So, anyway, post your comments. Let me know what you all think about that. This is pretty cool. It's pretty cool stuff. I'm getting more excited the closer we get to Saturday. I'm really looking forward to what they drop on us. I have to see what time that's going to be here, Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. I need to look that up. But anyway, y'all have a great day. Keep rocking. More coming from me today. We're gonna be talking about a lot of different stuff, and y'all have an excellent day. Thank you all. Be good to each other. Stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next video or live stream tonight. Twitch.tv/Ray Kaufman, right over here on the video. Follow me on there. We're going to be streaming tonight. We're either going to be streaming Final Fantasy X and continuing that, or we're going to be starting the Grand Stream Saga. Classic JRPG. One of my favorites. So y'all check it out, and I'll see you all there.